Hello, everybody, and welcome yourselves heartily to Heavenly Album Covers. We've got two album covers to display today and to talk about a little bit. I don't know much about either one of the artists who are on these two albums, but we'll just wing it. And this first album is by Louis Armstrong, a progenitor, a inventor of modern jazz, in a sense. And this album is called Sing, Satchmo. Sing, Satchmo. It's on the Brunswick label, and I believe this is from Germany. This album came out in 1956, a long time ago. So this album cover is in really good shape. It's really clean. The light green is really fun and playful. This drawing here is just really nice and really depicts Louis Armstrong very well. Here's a very tiny postage stamp size picture of Louis Armstrong. Louis Armstrong played trumpet and he sang. He had a very deep voice. He was quite a character, and he was born in, let's see when he was born. He was born in 1901. He died in 1971. His nickname, Satchmo, came from the phrase satchel mouth, satchel like a bag, and I guess people consider him a big mouth, always running his mouth, and so that's why he was called Satchmo. He early on he revolutionized jazz with his small combo groups, and this is much later. This is decades after he made his first mark, and this album contains various standards. Looks like very high energy blues songs and things like that. And let's look at the flip side. Now, we're also going to show some inserts from both of these albums, from this album and another album that we'll get to in a second. I think this is the German album. This was printed in Germany. It's got these like stitching marks across the edges. It's a real high quality cover, and it was made in Germany a long time ago. It even has the price here. I think this is the record store stamp, and Louis Armstrong does a song called Struttin' with Some Barbecue, which I'm sure is a great song. He also does Blueberry Hill and Kokomo and Basin Street Blues. So all in all, this is just a great cover, a great package. It's on Brunswick, the Brunswick label. Let's shine it up here a little bit. And there's the label. You can barely make it out. There it is. Love that gold ink on the black backing. And the interesting thing about this album is it came with a very unusual insert, which was very unusual for the time. It came with a poster here. It's a very large poster. At first I didn't know what it was, and it turns out it was it's a picture of David Lee Roth. There he is. It's David Lee Roth from Van Halen, and he's all chained up on a fence. It's really interesting that it came with a Louis Armstrong album, but I'm going to hang that up a little bit later with my Quiet Riot posters. And so the next, I'm just going to throw the poster on the ground. Real interesting that there was a David Lee Roth poster in this Louis Armstrong album. And the next album we're going to look at, it's similar in spirit and in category. It's Benny Goodman, and his album BG in Hi-Fi. And these two records, this Louis Armstrong and this Benny Goodman record, were situated together in the box of records I was looking through. So it seems that the same person that had the Benny Goodman also had the Satchmo and donated it to this thrift store where I was looking. And here's another really nice album cover. You can see the edge. The edge stops here, so it's a little bit hidden and lost a little bit here, but I'll push it up a little bit. And it's great because the printing job took these two images and just blew them up really big to the edge of the paper, so there's no frame or anything. I think these are the same photograph, but one is in black and white and small, and one is in color. This is on Capitol Records. It came out in 1954. What would that be? It's an anniversary of some sort, but it's an old record. And this playful lettering is really nice. I like Benny Goodman's glasses. They're really nice, a little small, and he's got his clarinet here, and he's wearing a blue blazer. And I know nothing about Benny Goodman, but everyone out there can just look up his biography. And here are some vast and enormous liner notes on the back. I think I mentioned this came out in 1954. This came out on the Capitol label in England. Actually came out of the Decca Record Company in London, made in England. And Benny does some outstanding upbeat and swinging numbers here. Benny Goodman was known as the King of Swing. And here's a little bit of a record store label here, a price tag. And I really like this cover. It's gigantic. Benny Goodman's head is just about life-size here. And the Capitol logo, it's really good. And here's the record label. It's the purple Capitol Records label. Really nice, really European. You can tell it came from outside of the United States. And this album also came with a insert, which I was really surprised to see it, but it kind of fell out of the album when I was bringing it home. I had this album in the car, and this insert came out of this album. I guess it came out in 1954 with this album, but I'm not sure. But it's on the same label, the Capitol Records label. It's got a different label design, but it's In My Room by the Beach Boys, and it's a little bit worn out, probably from being in that record sleeve for 50 years. And on the flip side, it's Be True to Your School, and I think this was just a promo back in the mid-1950s for the Beach Boys, and Capitol Records just utilized any means of getting the Beach Boys name out there, so they used this Benny Goodman record to use as a place to insert this Beach Boys record. So there you have Benny Goodman and Louis Armstrong, Satchmo, both blues, jazz, very popular, each one of them. And these album covers are just super. As an extra epilogue or addendum, here's the David Lee Roth poster insert that came with the album. He's all chained up on a chain link fence.